This is the Hardball Gets AFL show. My name's Nick Rynne, joined by Xavier Ellis and Ryan Daniels. Gentlemen, how are we? Feels like ages.
It has been ages. It's been and properly. We haven't done a lot of proper podcasts in the last month.
No, disjointed. Very disjointed.
Someone's been away or someone's been sick or whatever.
Yeah.
It's been rare.
Rynne's been stoned.
It's also just Leicester. And for anyone who was like, we caught a couple across the bow for not doing any last week. Yeah. If you want to do that, you're essentially going and pushing over a sick child because Rhino was busy raising $90 million for sick children.
Single-handedly.
Single-handedly reading was a big moment.
I would say, and I don't say too many nice things to you, and I've rang you and said this.
You did.
For those, obviously, it's mostly we're WA, of course, but in a large WA audience. But if you're outside of telethon, it'd be like the Good Friday appeal in Melbourne when we were growing up, raising
500.
So I think they get 20. This is 90 million, and you ran it on the weekend.
Yes.
You did a marvellous job.
Thank you.
Yeah, well done.
It was a lot of pressure. I did feel the pressure.
I'd love to see the size of invoice that you put in for running it.
No, there's no cost. This is
no
pure
invoice.
Kids.
Goodness of my heart.
For the children.
All right, I wanted to give all of myself, and I did. I can tell you, by Sunday night, that first beer went down like water.
How many events do you think from lead in? Give it a week's lead in.
So, and for everyone else's knowledge, this used to be Basil's gig.
Yes.
Basil was Mr. Telethon. He's now a member of Parliament.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rhino, who's ascended.
Yes. Hard to keep track of the hours, but also the planning that goes into it. There's a lot of big events. There's a telecast.
Could there be 20?
There's a 26-hour telecast, and you front that and you sort of bookend that, and you do a bit in between that as well. So that's quite a bit. The ball is really significant. Raised 21 million in one night. A lot of big dogs in that room.
Yeah, there's a big cash going in that room.
Yeah, and you sort of got to really, play the room a little bit.
Who was the biggest? Who barked the loudest?
Well, the biggest individual donation was there was two that were equally $3 million each. One was an anonymous one, and the other one was
do you know the anonymous person?
I do, yes.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
That's nice.
Yeah, and there was a lot of very generous
Did you read mine out?
Yeah, that was the anonymous one.
No, $24,000, mate. I carried a wheelie bin on my back from Cottesloe to RAC.
Yeah, but then didn't you get about $1,000 worth of parking
Then we got back to the cars, and all four had $100 parking fines on them. So unfortunately, the kids missed out on $400 there because I grabbed it straight back out of the bin. No, I didn't do that.
City of Cottesloe.
No, Cottesloe said we'll wait.
Covered it.
We'll wait.
Oh, good on them.
Good on them.
Good on them.
I've got a couple of things to tend to them about my.
Mate, just say you're on the walk. Just say you're on the charity walk.
I will say this about telethon. Like, it's one of the last things in the world, I reckon, that is completely good and pure. Like, you come out of it feeling really good about the world. It helps a lot of people. That 90 million gets distributed. Every dollar goes to a lot of charities, not all of them, but there's some charities out there who, we're going to take a big cut for this. We're going to pay the staff. We're going to pay this. They don't do that. Telethon doesn't do that. It's every dollar.
Because all staff are paid by Seven West.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a separate sort of process where they get paid as staff. So it's pretty amazing. And
90 million, mate. Well done. I tip my hat to you.
Yeah, very nice.
But don't let that throw you from him not breaking his story during trade week.
Come on. Well, there was a lot of that was funny because there was a lot of prep being done during that period. So I was like focused all on telethon that time, and I was away for a bit of it as well. Yeah. But also, all the WA stuff happened in the space of about a day.
What, Starcevic, which was already known.
McVee, and all
Oscar
of it.
Allen.
That's the thing. All of it was already known. And there was no real surprises from a WA perspective. It was more like, are they into anything? Are the Eagles doing anything with their picks?
Yeah.
Nothing really happened there. So
Rhino was more in the world of watching which executives were switching between mining companies at that stage.
Honestly, yes. Honestly, yes.
I am shocked that Seven West, being the juggernaut it is, didn't just go to some Fremantle player and go, "You're getting traded," and Ryan Daniels is breaking the story.
We can't have Mr. Telethon sitting on the sidelines.
So poor old Andy Brayshaw's been shipped off to Tassie, the first ever Tassie signing.
Luke Jackson, you're still going to Melbourne. Sorry, mate. I know you thought about it.
No, it couldn't be that one because I was very much on the other train. Well, that was one of my stories was that he had his meeting and that he didn't ask for a trade, which was just hammering down on my previous story.
There's a bit of retweeting going on.
So what do we do?
A lot of passive aggressiveness in that period.
What podcasts are we doing? So we've got trade.
We're doing like three.
Trade. And then end of season.
Then tomorrow we'll do another one, and then on Saturday we'll come back and do another one.
Correct. So we've got three little podcasts coming. Trade
on Saturday.
Question time, and then we'll do a little just a prediction sort of
You've
statement.
got a little gimmicky one.
18 clubs. I've just got a little statement. I need you boys to answer.
And that'll be us wrapped for the year.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I believe.
I can't believe you convinced me to do this one. Zave was very keen for some reason.
Well,
I don't know what's going on.
no,
Maybe he has to hit a quota.
No.
Yeah,
Like, there's
he
a
needs
quota, and then he has to hit like 30 podcasts.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know why?
What?
Because I've already invoiced for these.
See?
No. And M's away. M's in Broome. So this is just holding me. This is just holding me off. Just absolutely tearing a new one.
Annihilating.
This is your.
I'll tell you what. When you see me Saturday, day 3 will be better than day 2. I can promise you that much.
All right, so we just want to go through each club. Is it?
let's
who's
go
in,
each
who's
club.
out? What do we think of the big things? I would like to do something because I've written down who's been delisted or retired at each club. And there's often a guy who I'm like, geez, we thought he was going to be something.
Yeah.
So I'd like us to all pick our guy from each team.
I also really like the fact that now people aren't retiring. It's like, delist me, mate.
Yeah.
I want to play. I'll play somewhere else.
Yeah,
mate.
it's a lot less.
And really quickly, at the end of it all, we'll just say, similar to this year, they'll go up from last year or they'll drop
Up, down, or stay the same. Up, down, or stale.
Yeah.
Yep. So we just do alphabetical order then?
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's do the Adelaide Crows. Finbar Maley came in. No one left. Picks-wise, their first pick is pick 16. And the big story really was they didn't get Archie done, but they're going to apparently get it done.
So who's Archie's manager is
Ben Williams.
Ben Williams.
Big brother Ben.
Ben Williams.
Yeah.
So I love that at one stage at the end, he was furious.
Fuming.
And I love that he said, we've got a 28-year-old dual premiership player. I was like, bro, you're arguing against yourself here.
I thought that too. You're just telling him how good he is. He's
See,
worth more.
The 28-year-old dual premiership players don't grow on trees.
He's only 28.
You
He's
meant to
also-
say hamstring tendonitis and broken down. And
He's on his last legs here. He just wants to go and
Yeah.
retire
Yeah.
gracefully.
Yes.
I thought it was an interesting move from Brisbane because the preseason draft threat has always been there for everybody, but no one really uses it properly.
did Luke Ball got sent there?
Yeah.
No, he went in the actual draft.
He went in the actual
yeah,
draft,
Yeah.
but
But you
there's
can still
always-
set a salary expectation.
There's always the threat of it, but it never really gets utilised. And so Brisbane, knowing that this was potentially an option, still went, no.
So they get nothing for
They
it.
get nothing.
They asked for a first rounder.
Which
That
was
shocked
greedy.
me a little bit.
That was
yeah.
greedy, and I think they should have just taken the second or third. But
Yeah.
what it does is it tells you that it's a 2-speed economy for the draft picks.
Yeah.
Brisbane don't give a shit
Yeah.
about picks that late because they won't use them anyway because they got all their academy stuff. Once they've got enough points, they don't care.
But there's a different element to it too. Well, Adelaide finished top of the ladder this year.
Yeah, true.
So why would the Premiers want to trade a good player? This is when,
competitor.
for the first time ever, Fremantle there
he's
to
gonna-
help.
but he's
there to
gonna
help.
get there
No,
anyway.
I know, but let's just buy ourselves some time to try and make it hard for them.
Yeah.
You don't know them. Clubs don't know clubs any favours, and I loved seeing that in trade week. That no longer it was a circle jerk, and at the last 30 seconds, some big orgy happened at a computer. I'm sorry.
And it also tells you
It's-
that they don't have any other Ben Williams players on the list, maybe as well.
No, I reckon
or need to get anyone
managers
from
lost
him.
some power this time round.
Yeah.
I think
do
I
that.
don't mind the other ones that happened, and we'll get into those. But
Yeah.
this one just felt like we're the only ones losing here.
What about Finbar?
Archie's still
Yeah, we
gonna-
like Finbar.
Archie's still going to get to Adelaide, and Brisbane's just going to get nothing for it. Now,
How's he still going
I
to get to
like
Adelaide?
Finbar.
How's he still going to get to Adelaide?
He'll go in the preseason draft.
But why don't West Coast take him?
because they won't.
Why not?
Well, Adelaide will do something clever with the contract. They'll pay him a lot of money, and West Coast could probably do that. But they just won't do it.
Why not?
He's
done
going to
thing.
set.
What did I say? What did we open up with? How old is he and what is he?
Two-time premiership
28.
player.
28-year-old.
Happens
Why
to
were
be-
he not fit at
But I
West
think
Coast?
the
Happens to be
understanding
from
is-
WA too.
The
Carlton
understanding
boy.
is he can say like $2 million you pay me in the first year, and then if he goes to Adelaide, he just renegotiates it. But if someone else picks him, he just says that's the
those
price.
rules have changed. Those
thought
rules
that
have
was it.
changed. No, because the rules have changed since Luke Ball went. And
Does he,
I
does
think
he make
they've
Adelaide
changed.
better?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Where Adelaide finished the top of the ladder last year, similar drop or just stay neutral.
Similar.
Drop.
I've got him dropping.
I mean,
Well,
you think
similar,
they'd-
like top four.
No,
Top
drop.
four,
I think
similar.
drop. Now, here's the D list. Give me a guy who you thought was going to be something. Chris Burgess, Matt Crouch, he kind of was something. Carl Gallagher, Lachlan Murphy, Harry Schonberg, Brodie Smith, who retired, and Kieran Strawn. Which
Schomberg.
Schonberg.
Yeah.
is Schonberg.
Yeah, and I think
I liked
Murphy.
him. He always carried a little bit extra.
He had a bit of shit about him.
Yeah, I liked him.
Murphy was quite a high pick, as far as I can recall. Or at least he had a low number. Maybe that was it.
He had a low number.
Yeah.
He had a low number. And what, so we're done on Adelaide. It was pretty low rent from Adelaide.
Yeah, they dabbled.
Okay, so the Brisbane Lions, they were busy. They brought in Oscar Allen and Sam Draper from free agency.
Jesus.
They lost Brandon Starcevich. Calamarchi will go, and Devin Robertson's been delisted, but he'll end up at West Coast. That's just part of the whole thing. Their first pick is 17-23. They got academy kids coming out of their butthole. Brisbane, did they get better?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Starcevich, Archie out of the grand final team. Day retired. McInerney retired. Allen and Draper in. Starcevich is the big out.
Well, I think
Did they
Starcevich
get
is the
better?
big out. But who did he got injured halfway through the year?
Coleman?
No, it was no. Defender Ainsworth.
Ainsworth.
He was having a brilliant year in that sort of position anyway.
So he they had a lot of guys not playing that grand final.
You just sub him back in. I reckon the spot that they needed help and it hasn't shot him in the foot because they won the flag was Oscar Allen at his best is going to be handy in that forward line.
Yep.
But again, Oscar Allen hasn't played a good month of football for 4 years?
Yeah,
like a good month. Like a good month.
Nah, I think you're going too far back. He had that 50-goal season like 2.5 years ago. Like it wasn't.
Was it?
It wasn't as long ago as you think.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Pretty
sure.
I'm just a little
Because
concerned about how much.
that's why he got named captain. It was off the back of that 53-goal season.
I thought it was before then.
I
So there's a
I
lot
reckon
of-
you'll find it was probably 23. 22 or 23.
23 kicked 53.
Yeah. So it wasn't that long ago.
That's the only time he's kicked over 30.
Well, yeah, it's just because of his body. But I think the most likely scenario here is that he goes and his body gets right and he somehow starts kicking 50 every year for him.
I would bet
that's what
on
I'm
him
expecting.
playing 18 games next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And kicking 40 goals.
Yeah.
I would bet on it.
But you need a good version. His second highest goal kicking tally is 28. So what version are you getting?
So he'll start at...
Yeah, but they were also playing like in the ruck and at centre half back and stuff.
No,
weren't they?
not often enough to say 28 goals.
I think he's a great addition. He doesn't have to be a star. He can get lost in Brisbane. No one
Don't put
know
him
who
in.
he is.
Don't put him in the leadership group. Don't
No,
ask for extra.
just let him be a guy.
Play
I don't
football.
think he wants to.
Yep.
Yeah, just play football, and hopefully they see a 50-goal season out
I
of him.
feel really... I just feel bad for Oscar. This whole thing. I know he's going to end up where he wants to be.
I found it interesting. Yeah, he got to where he wanted to be. I did find the comment interesting when he was under the bus with the Sam Mitchell thing that those that he thought would have his back
Yes.
didn't.
And the ones who had typically had his back had gone from the club.
gone,
Obviously, that he's
yeah.
probably talking about Adam Simpson, Trevor Nisbet.
I'm not really sure what sort of olive branch he was expecting meeting with Hawthorn as captain then.
But I've detailed this to you before. By the time the Mitchell thing had happened, the writing was already on the wall.
No, 100%.
He was not wanted. They worked out a very early in the period
what they could get for him.
That he was going to translate to pick 2. That's what they wanted, and that's fair enough. That was a ruthless decision. Now, the old regime wouldn't have done that. They would have signed him.
Yeah.
Now, you can decide whether what was the right move.
No, pick 2 is the right move.
Yeah, but I think what
how
happened
much does
from
it eat
then,
away at the trust and credibility within the club? That's going to be the fascinating thing. Going forward.
All I want to know is what former Richmond players we can get with pick 2. That's all I want to know.
There's no one really that got delisted that we thought was going to be something. I don't think.
Traded for Dion
I'm not even
Prescott.
going to bother reading them out. Do we think they stay the same? Do they go up? Do they go down? I mean, they won the flag. I think they're going to be right up there again.
Yeah.
Right up there again. Carlton, Jesus Christ, this was busy. Okay, so they brought in Will Hayward, Liam Reedy, Campbell Chesser, Ben Ainsworth, and Ollie Florent. A lot of B and C stuff going on there.
Remember that video I got absolutely pasted for?
Yeah.
Where
All
I
the
said
B-graders?
the Carlton supporters think they've got B graders. They're actually B- or Cs.
Yep.
The Cs are Ds, and the As I think are now Bs.
But some of those guys are more proper Bs.
They're proper
at
Bs
least.
and some Cs. Hayward's a B.
You know, I'm not a Hayward man.
I know, but
I'm
I
cheering
like
for him because I think he's a good bloke. But
Okay, well, out of these, Hayward, Reedy, Chesser, Ainsworth, and Florent, which are you most excited about them adding?
Just quickly on
Ben
Hayward,
Ainsworth.
he's got now going to play behind Harry.
Yeah.
So at least that, like, he was probably 1A at.
He was probably their most dangerous.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
On the whiteboard, the opposition maybe put him up first.
Yeah.
At least he's going to have Harry there that could have a big year
Yeah.
this year. Look, I'm excited to see him, and I'm excited to see Ollie Florent.
I look at this list and I'm like, you just added a bunch of average dudes.
No, so when I say excited,
Yeah.
hey, you're in the Sunday 4:40 slot, my people.
Yeah.
Yeah, get used to it.
I'm not excited Friday night prime time.
Charlie's out, Silvani's out, DeConing's out, Corey Durden went to Port Adelaide.
More the picks I'm excited.
Yeah, they got
by.
9 and they got 11, which ended up being probably 15 and 20.
Well, no, because they've got
God
Harry
knows.
Dean.
So Dean.
So there'll be
yes.
like 5,
Yeah.
6. So one of those will disappear, and then the other one goes.
And I was interested with the Harry back and forth, which was great. But then to hear that North Melbourne came for a look
Curnow.
late.
Talking about Charlie.
Sorry, Curnow.
with
Sorry,
Charlie,
Curnow. Sorry,
yes.
Curnow. Came for a look
Yes.
late. Well,
Yeah.
those picks you would softly guess would be pick 5, pick 4, pick
Yeah.
5, pick 6 or whatever. Whereas the
Future picks,
the picks they've got now, Sydney could win the flag, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they've got They got Sydney's first the next 3 years,
Yeah.
basically, it's pretty good. But like again, it was that 2-speed economy. Sydney don't care.
No, they've got
they've,
academy.
they've got academy guys coming through. That they'll get one each year.
And if not, a key forward, a generational key forward will ask to get to Sydney eventually.
they tend to do that.
Yeah, and we've highlighted it early pieces when I randomly heard Leon Cameron talk, where he's the head of footy there or whatever,
Yeah.
and he said we go hunting for centre half forwards, and he rattled them off, and our city needs a fancy forward, essentially, which they've had.
Now go on.
Karmas didn't get done. So Carlton just kind of added a bunch of dudes.
Carlton are no good.
They're
No,
going
they're
to
no
go
good.
way back.
My Carlton question on my
I've been
next on
saying
the
this
next
for like
podcast.
4 or 5 years. People always give me shit. Carlton's just no good.
Now they are definitely no good. I reckon. I don't think bottom 4, but I can't.
I
I can't see.
can
a
see them bottom
world
4.
where in their contention for the 8.
No,
I can't see a world.
them and Melbourne are going to be fighting.
The only
that
way
much.
is if like this, it's an addition by subtraction sort of vibe, and everyone's happier.
No.
I just can't see it.
Melbourne are already ahead.
Happiness does not have a foot to kick a ball.
I feel like they've just.
I mean,
kicked-
they'll have a good night out on the piss, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
the football happiness, good on them. But no.
I think they've just kicked the Voss thing down the
Yes.
road as well.
Yeah,
Like they're
correct.
going to have to deal with that
Yeah,
this year
yeah.
again. There's no real players there that they delisted that are of any excitement. Collingwood, really quiet trade period. Jack Buller came in. Brody Myercheck went out. Their first pick is pick 39 and then 45. They have no picks. They delisted a few. And this is irrelevant because it's all the guys who would be the ins and the outs every week.
Every week.
Mason Cox, Charlie Dean, Will Hoskin-Elliott, Ash Johnson, Finn McRae, Oleg Markov, and Tommy Mitchell. So those are like all the depth guys.
Yeah.
So
They
I'm
are.
fascinated looking at Collingwood going, wait a minute, Myercheck was reliable. All those dudes are their depth. Are they?
Wait, did we do
they're
guys?
going backwards here.
We didn't do the guys for the last 2.
Because
Guys you
there
thought-
wasn't-
they
there
didn't
was
have
no
any?
real guy.
Okay, no, the one that Finn there was the one.
Finn
that I
McRae
thought- yeah.
is the one there, yeah, clearly.
No,
like
I
I,
didn't think about
I'm
it.
not
No,
sure.
but I thought he was going to be good.
I like. He's
you
got a great
thought-
name.
I think we'd say he looks like Jack.
I know.
And we
same
think-
half brother.
He's
They
quite
look
a high
like
pick.
They look
from what I
like
can
they're
remember.
twins.
Finn's a good name.
Finn's a
Yeah.
nice name.
I couldn't
Just-
have a Finn.
Is there a similar storyline around a Collingwood bloke who won the Copeland Trophy this year with a player they may have just bought in?
Oh.
What?
You reckon Buller could be
Well,
Darcy Cameron vibes?
Well,
Oh,
Buller,
out of
mature
Claremont.
age, out of Claremont, went to Sydney. He's done every step
Yeah.
that Darcy Cameron's done.
Are
Missed
you
out on the
excited
draft.
about Jack Buller?
I'm a little bit excited
A
about
little
Jack
bullish.
Buller. I'm a little bullish about Jack Buller.
Why?
As in terms of next year, you're going to get probably similar from Brody Mindcheck than what I reckon you might get from Jack Buller.
So I'd
if
be
he
interested to
plays.
see. Like I remember watching him at the Waffle Grand Final they had at Sullivan Logistics Oval in Leedy a few years back, and he was
say
enormous.
Leadville Oval, mate.
Sullivan Logistics,
You are such a sellout.
and he was
Do you reckon
enormous. Like
anybody
he was
calls
running
it
up
that?
and grabbing.
No,
yes?
do you reckon anybody's going, well, you're going to go head down to Sully's?
Mate, if I
Sullivan
asked you,
Logistics.
honestly, if I asked you where
Sully's?
Sullivan Logistics Oval was, I would have said
Sullivan
some-
Logistics Stadium. Sorry,
I would have said
I got it wrong.
I would have said Geraldton or something. Like I would not have landed
the
in.
heart of Leadville, mate.
Sorry, yes.
Peel, where
It's the
does
second
Peel
best.
play?
Yeah,
They played
Bendigo?
Rushton Park.
Oh, Rushton Park.
No. It was Bendigo for a while, but no, yeah, he was enormous. He just couldn't kick. But
Yeah.
obviously he's come on since.
No,
then.
I saw him. So yeah, Jack Buller's one to watch, and it is the exact same pathway that Darcy Cameron took.
Does it-
so
Yeah.
interesting.
Does
Is he
it
from
feel-
Albany too?
It feels like Collingwood's almost delivered themselves a gap year here.
Just quickly talking about Albany. Have you guys been following the 3 blokes on the boat? Who
No.
about 2 years,
the
2
failed
years,
cocaine.
2 years ago, they were found floating on top of an esky, and it was like, what a save! The fishermen have been rescued.
That's right.
And then 230 blocks of 1 kilo coke just washed up in Albany, and by this stage they'd been released, so they're off. And then they had to change. They got sentenced yesterday.
out.
8 years, 9 years, and 12 years. I read, but the
Yeah.
problem was the bloke in charge bought the boat to grab the gear. He'd never driven a boat in his
Well,
life.
so this is where the plan fell apart because I was watching it too and I go, why don't you just bring a 4th guy in? They were so greedy. Bring a 4th guy in who knows how to use a boat. Like just get a skipper
Mate.
and just say you get 10%. right? We're divvying the rest up.
Yeah.
We got 30, 30, 30, but you got 10.
Well, I feel like it was unders to grab 230 kilos of coke to start with. Not that I'm running that across the Nullarbor, but if I was,
I like to think if we did that, we'd be more organised than those.
We'd have a
idiots.
skipper.
and I throw the question out. They reckon they accounted for. I can't remember. 230 1 kilo.
there's
blocks.
definitely some
Esperance or
missing.
Albany.
Are we feeling as though that some may
Guaranteed.
be missing?
I guarantee there's some missing.
All of a sudden, we see the gold miners at Kalgoorlie with their prospecting. All of a sudden, the blokes with their speed dealers on and some floppy hats were down there.
I can guarantee because I've spent a bit of time around that area, that Albany, Denmark.
Yeah.
The beaches are very quiet.
Yeah.
You would be looking around going, "There's no one.
Yeah.
What am I doing here?"
Yeah, I don't even want to pose the question.
No.
Because you know
But
my
it does
answer.
feel like Collingwood have taken a gap here, maybe self-inflicted.
Well, they had a sniff around Simpkin and they
Yeah.
offered a second round of Simpkin. That didn't work.
They
but I
got
think
no
that-
picks,
I would have liked that.
none.
No, they're reloading for next year and future years.
They've cut pretty hard. They're going backwards,
Yeah.
and I think it's
Yeah.
deliberate. And maybe they're going, well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We've still got Dacos and DeGoey and all these guys, but feels like they're thin. They've got to get a lot of improvement from the kids who haven't played.
This is their last hurrah.
Oh, no, it's done. There's no hurrah.
No,
Yeah, I
but
don't
like,
think there's a hurrah left.
well, my question about Collingwood's coming up, so
All
I
right.
won't say it. But
Okay.
yeah, Nick,
Tommy Mitchell get another crack?
why wouldn't West Coast grab him?
Or Adelaide?
Well, that's
need-
replacing.
that's
Crouch-
That's
Crouch
Matt
for
Crouch.
Mitchell.
Yeah, but don't they
Tom
need
Mitchell.
an extractor?
No, not
Salig-
like
no, I don't
Tom
think they
Mitchell.
do. Saligo, Dawson aren't the quickest.
I think
and
he's
then-
still got something.
Sid Draper will come through.
Who was the other one in there at the end of the year that was just as slow as anything in Adelaide's mid? They had Dawson, they had Saligo, and they had Berry.
Yeah, that's right.
Berry,
Sam Berry
Sam
came
Berry.
in. So
Yeah,
I'd
that's
rather him
his
than
role.
Sam Berry.
No,
Yeah, toss the coin.
He's a Brownlow medalist.
but he's old.
I know.
mate.
I'm
Put a
all
little
for
respect on his
I'm
name.
all for
He's
Tom
old.
Mitchell going to West Coast for a couple of years just to show
Yeah.
standards.
Yeah.
So we spoke about the
Yeah.
standards. Teach the kids hard work ethic, and doing extras.
Mm.
And guess what? He's probably still going to have 30 and get the ball going at least the other way to where the opposition's goals are.
temporarily.
I can't see how he doesn't get another year somewhere.
Yeah.
Essendon. Okay.
This was it in a bit.
Wow. Okay, so Braden Fiorini came in. Sam Draper went out. And the key is that Zach Merritt did not. They have picks 5 and 6 plus 21, 27, 30. So a decent draft hand. And they dropped Davey, Goldstein, Ben Hobbs, Lamont Lual,
Yeah.
Jai Menzies, Dylan Shield, Oscar Smart. Obviously, Ben Hobbs is the one.
Hobbs is
top
the
15
one.
draft pick. We all thought he'd be something at some point. They've just gone, you know what? No.
Played 70 games. Probably didn't get the opportunities he needed to perform, but when he did, he didn't take them.
There's a crucial period in that second, third year where you need to get the reps. And
Yeah.
he just never got them.
Yeah.
Well, but when he did, he didn't do anything with it, and he's not a good kick, so he's not sharp.
Well, I feel like he was always the first guy out.
Yeah.
So you need to. They were almost middling at the time, and they always
I
are.
reckon he played 70 games.
Yeah,
it's
but,
a lot of
But
footy.
how many in a row?
How many years has he been on a list?
3 or 4?
I reckon,
That's
yeah,
a lot of games in that
Probably
time.
4
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was the
Um,
same draft as Campbell Chesser. So those two.
Yeah, right. Those are
That-
COVID drafts. weren't
Go
they?
have a look at that.
COVID
Have
draft.
a
Oh,
look
is
at
that
that
the
draft.
draft where Riley Thilthorpe's the only
No,
good
I think
player?
that's the one before.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, is
There's
it?
two drafts that are
Well,
shit.
the one that the thriller was pick 2 is just.
But that's
One of
why.
the
And
worst
then, on,
drafts ever.
and then on the flip side, you could get a Josh Tracy in the rookie
Yeah.
draft because
Yeah.
no one hadn't
Yeah,
played
there was
for a year and a
bargains to
half.
be had. Okay, so Essendon, we love what they did, right? Or do we?
Oh, I think someone said you could argue with
just let it
you could argue with yourself. One day you could wake up and say they're the winners
Yeah.
and Hawthorn were the losers, and then the next day you could just wake up on the other side of the bed and argue the exact opposite. It's hard to put a line through who's the winner and
So
who's the
my
loser.
thinking on this was it was a perfect storm in that you've got Andrew Welsh coming in as the new president who wanted to make a statement. He wanted to draw a line in the sand. He was a tough player, Andrew Welsh. You know, he wanted to bring a bit of toughness back to Essendon. We're not budging on this. You got Matt Rosa, first year fully in charge of the list. He wanted to make a stand. They had Merritt under contract, so they could ask the world for it. They probably should have done the trade. Like just on, you've got a miserable player. He's 30.
Yeah.
His value is
Line in
only
the
going to
sand.
decrease from here. You're going to be shit anyway next year. I would have taken the
I reckon-
picks.
hey,
But they wanted to say to their members, no,
Yeah.
we're not going to be that club anymore. And maybe that's
Well,
worth
when
something.
have they been that club?
It's worth something in the short term. I just worry that you could have just taken it.
Well, the only thing
He's
is,
not worth that next year.
No, he's not. But go through what the picks are. And look, me being a Hawthorn man and a Zach Merritt man, which team do you think I would want him playing in?
And the number 8 was
Hawthorn.
available.
Yes.
I had a stiffy for 6 days straight, thinking that was an option. So, say they do make the trade.
Yep.
So, the first round this year would be what pick?
I can't remember the specifics.
Hawks were 14. 15.
No, but they had Carlton's
So
pick, so it was going to be Carlton's pick. So
But then the next year with Zach Merritt, where would Hawthorn be in the market as premiership favourites?
Yeah, it'd be 16 to 18.
Yeah, same.
Yep, so then they blow out. And then the year after, Tassie draft is... So the picks are like mid-20s.
Yeah.
So I kind of get it. Love that someone got held to a long-term contract. I love it.
Yeah.
And that's a warning to every other player out there who are signing these enormous, ridiculous long-term contracts that, hey, do you actually want to stay here for 7 years?
Yeah.
Because there's a chance you will.
I did like that element of it.
Loved it.
And you're right. You're looking at Charlie and you're looking at Zach. One got done just, one didn't. And it was like, that's embarrassing. And now you've got to go back in there.
So correct. And I think that I don't know how it played out. Hawthorn came late to the party, which I thought was unusual.
Super late.
I think they were trying to pressure him into just getting it done. And they thought they were applying pressure.
Yeah, but maybe didn't want to have a chat with the player as well.
My understanding is the whole process was butchered by both sides.
Well,
mainly Hawthorn.
Essendon said they're not training.
Yeah, and Hawthorn just did not get moving fast enough. And by the time they did it, it was too late because what they needed to do was get other people's picks. And they didn't have enough time to do it.
No, it was good viewing.
And then Tom Petrora did the opposite to Ben Williams when he got up. I've never seen a trade like this for a 30-year-old.
Yeah.
He's 30.
Yeah,
as if he's going to die.
Yeah, he's tried to poo-poo.
Yeah.
But like Zach Merritt.
Zach Merritt. He's just won his
so
6
shit.
All-Australian, 6 best and fairest.
I don't even know why
I'm surprised. I'm surprised. What time was cut-off time? 6, say call it 6 o'clock. I'm surprised at 5:45 he didn't come in and go, he's a drug addict. He's a drug addict. Like,
he owns the bike. He's 300K.
Correct. He is
cancer. Get him out of there. Okay, let's go to the Fremantle Dockers.
Wait, we do the delistings?
Yeah,
we
did.
did.
Hobbs.
Right,
Try to
I
keep
reckon
up.
just
If
forget about
it
the
happens,
delistings. Yeah,
I'm just trying to hold us to an account
If
here.
we do it, we do it.
We said it was a thing.
Okay, we did it.
Yep,
Okay,
we did it.
Hobbs.
We did
Okay.
Hobbs.
Let's go to the Fremantle Dockers. They brought in Judd McVie. They got rid of Will Brodie and Liam Reedy for nothing, basically. First pick is pick 20. They moved backwards to get McVie in. Other delistings, Aish retired, Fifey retired, Sonny Walters retired, Quinton Narkle retired, Jack DeLeon and Odin Jones. I think DeLeon maybe.
No, nothing.
It's not really.
They had like 1 or 2 games where he kicked 4. But.
So a very quiet trade period for them. They wanted McVie. They got him there. He plays a role for them. I think the big question for them is is there natural progression with their experience and the games that they had this year, the finals that they did play in or the final that they played? Are they taking one more step next year? Which is probably playing 2 finals.
There's the 2 things from trade week from me, and I text you about it. When Jamie Elliott was disgruntled, and they'd offered him $400,000, I was just like, "This is perfect, Freo. Like, this is the perfect size forward for you guys." You already kicked 60 odd this year. Like, you're not going to do that next year. But all of a sudden, Josh Tracy's still your number 1, but he's a crash and bash. Elliott a full. I thought that was a good opportunity to go, "Hey, Jamie, you want some love? Here's 700, and for 2 years or whatever it is." And I've heard some really good things about Jamie Elliott as a person as well over the last few years. I think I might have mentioned to you a couple of things. So I thought that was one missed opportunity. I would love to have seen them try and crowbar another forward out of there. The natural progression part, I reckon Sarong and Brayshaw and those guys are at their natural progression. Like,
it's hard to go another level for them.
Young probably because he didn't play much.
Consistency is probably it.
That's probably their biggest win for next year. Is like, or potential biggest win, getting a full season out of Hayden Young.
Yeah, that, and I would say because big men tend to mature later, there would still be some hope that Jackson, Tracy, and Namers definitely have a level to go.
Correct.
Yeah,
but my mates saying at the Sporty with Feathers and Fat. But the balance of the defenders are getting
bit old.
They are.
They're sort of.
Brendan Cox has had to shave his head from
Cox's hair is more deceiving because he's 28 next year, but Luke Ryan's 30 and Alex Pearce is 30.
Yep.
So their progressions, at what stage do they start to? So it's probably the next year they really need to have a launch.
Yeah, that's true. And the Pearce piece is a really important piece because you see what they're like with him and without him. He's one of their most important players.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And the clock is ticking. He's had a lot of body problems. So he's the big question for them going in, I reckon, next year. So you think they'll be the same?
Same.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of improvement.
I think there's upside.
I think
they won 16 games.
It's a lot of
win
wins.
a final.
Different weird year, though. Okay, so Geelong. The arrival was James Warple. The exit was Patrick Rechko, who we all had to Google.
A Warper one.
Good runner, though.
So he got delisted.
Yeah.
They delisted him.
Yeah.
And then Richmond was like, no, we want to trade for him. Like, oh, okay.
Why'd they trade for him? Just so that there's no chance anyone screws him?
Just get it done before everything else goes through. Yeah.
The Warper one happened so early that I'd almost completely forgotten about it. Everything that came after.
I think Warper will make a fair difference there.
The big one was that they went for Marshall and St Kilda just
another
no.
one that.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
I hated that for St Kilda. What the hell are they going to do?
No,
with
I hated
Marshall
that for
and
St Kilda too. I hated that for St Kilda. Don't worry.
It's so stubborn from Ross.
Correct.
It's just Ross going, no, we're not
well,
doing
Ross
it.
is now footy manager, recruiting manager, list manager.
And if you connect the dots, that's clearly what cost them the Alir deal, right?
Yeah.
So because if Marshall's money's coming off, then you're just giving that money to Alir and everybody's fine.
Oh, we'll get to St Kilda.
They would have been.
We'll do the Saints. We'll do the Saints. So the exits are interesting. So Closey delisted.
I thought he showed signs.
Mitch Duncan retired. Guthrie retired. The other one was George Stevens, who they've delisted. They're going to re-rookie. But as Mitch Cleary pointed out yesterday, all other clubs can have a crack at him while he's being delisted.
Who is that? Max Noble at Freo.
I would suggest
we'll re-rookie you in Gold Coast.
And Gold Coast swooped. You're talking about West Coast going for a Tom Mitchell. This kid can play.
He's the one that's played state league for
big boy, blonde hair, and had some nice moments.
Big debut.
Big boy, blonde hair at Geelong. Yeah, cheers, man. I know exactly what you're talking about now.
Just take him. Anyone that Geelong. So there's this joke going on because Barrows runs Perth Footy Club, and he keeps recruiting all these Geelong players.
Yeah, he does.
Constable, Parfitt. And I'm like, mate, they've just delisted a couple more. Get on the phone. Ted Closey. If you can get George Stevens, just get them. Any Geelong discards. Because they got so many guys that eventually they get flushed out.
They'll all be playing at West Coast.
Mate, take George Stevens. If I was West Coast right now, I'd be going, give me his
they
number.
offered
I'll play you every week.
Hutchinson 4 years, so maybe we'll get him in on 6.
Mate, just swoop. Because that kid, there's something there.
No, I tend to agree.
So he's the one. And I get Closey, I reckon.
Closey again.
Closey.
He was that Closey.
No.
Okay. Do we think...
mate, this isn't telethon. We're not going to pump you up.
We're done pumping you up. Going backwards, forwards,
They're going down, mate. I'm on this now to the end.
They're going just added James Warple.
Yeah, which will, in all seriousness, I know people go, Warple, he did win a best and fairest at Hawthorn.
Yeah.
And he's an inside mid, which will just assist Bailey Smith and Max Holmes perfectly.
Very nice pickup. Gold Coast, didn't they have a big period? Oh. Okay, so Christian Petrarca and Jamari. Do you know what I was thinking? Imagine if 3 years ago you'd look forward and seen that they were going to get Petrarca and Hugo.
There's quite a few players like that. Even you put, can you imagine
what
they would be receiving if Clary was up there 2 years ago?
The interesting ones, this is similar to Collingwood, but maybe even higher end, the ones who left, was Ainsworth, Buderick, Fiorini, Flanders, Roses. They're all guys that were in there. No, they're all best 22 or just out.
20 to 25.
Bottom end of the team.
Like Ainsworth plays every week. Flanders plays every week. Roses was around the mark. Fiorini played a lot this year. There's a lot going on. They also got rid of Tom Berry, delisted Lloyd Johnson, who I thought had something. Remember Lloyd he had the little rat's tail? He was good. Sean Lemons. Sure? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Lloyd Johnston. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Alex Sexton, who I feel like he's been there forever, and David Swallow retired. So
what about the rumours going around that David Swallow was going to go to West Coast? I was like, mate, come on.
That was just he was so cooked at the end.
Yes, he was.
So this is a lot. They've basically gone, let's get 2 high-end guys in. Petrarca, obviously, is a big piece. Hugo Hagen's unknown. But they did shred a lot of the depth.
Yeah.
So they are thin now in terms of big numbers.
And they bring in 2 top 5 picks.
Hard to feel bad.
There's more coming.
No, but also by the end of it, what does Jed Walter become next year?
Oh, there's still heaps of growth.
But they've lost player 22, but this kid might be player 8 for them by the end of the year.
And I don't mind this because it's almost like, all right, well, we're going to let some of these medium guys go, and we'll just keep the big ones.
The only thing,
that's where they give for Hugo Hagen was like pick 70 or something.
Yeah,
I did see
1 year deal. I
did see a post the other day because remember how when Hardwick got there, he said 80% of the premiership team's still there.
Yeah.
Well, I saw it now. It's basically like everyone. There's only 18 guys. It has to be 18 of 23 or whatever. Yeah. And there's only 18 guys left, so they all have to play.
It's funny. But also, I do like soon they'll do the premiership photo where they black out everyone that's left. They have the colourful. It'll be like, who was Dimmer's 18 players?
There's only 8 of them left. They all have to play.
You talk about a 2-speed pick economy. They give 3 first rounders for Petrarca in the end, who Melbourne told to leave.
Correct. Yep. Yeah, exactly. It was, and then they just
6-7 and
it was
no worries. Take it. 6-7, Jesus,
hasn't that? Are your kids doing that? What is that?
It's nothing.
6'7", 6'7".
It's actually nothing.
Yeah, it is.
It's like a LaMelo. There's some LaMelo
No, it
stuff.
started as a lyric, and now it's just they just do it whenever.
Is anyone making money out of that?
No.
6'7", no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon if you asked 80% of people, they would know. 90% of people, they would know what it is.
No.
You reckon parents know?
No, but no one knows what it is.
Oh, the specifics.
Yeah.
I reckon if you went to Google and typed in "what is," it'd be the first suggested.
No, I've
answer.
done it.
Oh, it does.
Is in like
Like
what,
it'd be what you
I
think you're
get you.
typing.
Yeah. Any of those guys? Oh, yeah, I liked Lloyd Johnston. I thought there was something there.
So clearly made an impression on us.
Ben Ainsworth would be interesting.
At Carlton.
Yeah.
Pick 4.
GWS. Okay, so they brought in Clary and they got rid of Jacob Ware. They kept Aleka, of course. They have picked 12 and then 35. Some of the guys left. Wade Dirksen. Surprised that Dirksen's gone. I like Dirksen.
I'm just going to throw them all under the Mad Monday category.
Josh Fahey, he was Mad Monday.
Monday boys.
He was definitely Mad Monday. Lockie Keefe, Callum Ward, and Jacob Ware's gone to Port Adelaide. Dirksen, I reckon, could get a crack somewhere else. Remember Melbourne went hard for him?
Yeah, but they told him no this time.
And then this year they're like, no, we're good.
Oh, right.
It was brutal.
Yeah.
But I reckon there's something there.
Yeah, no, I just think that Lockie Keefe should be in the league somewhere.
Yeah, just
Forever.
because.
Oh, I love that he's in there.
Forever. What do we make of Clary? And now Kelly's apparently the injury's quite bad, and he may miss most of
a
the
long
year.
time. You go straight away, do like the seeds, like the tennis. Finn would be number 1 seed in the midfield.
Yep.
Tom Green would be number 2 seed in the
1A,
midfield.
thank you very much.
Well, you know what?
That's like Federer and Djokovic,
Yeah,
or
correct.
Susie, whichever one happens to be in
So
form.
Clary now becomes
Federer,
Andy Murray, for example.
I would have said Federer and Nadal.
You would be a Nadal
I
guy.
like Nadal.
Yeah, but then all of a sudden, like Clary's now, even when they were good, his partners in crime, like Alex Neil-Bullen would go in there, Jack Viney would go in there. All of a sudden, he is third banana. If he takes his shit seriously, great pickup. Hogan went up there with.
Yes.
He said openly that he probably could have done better in Western Australia.
Yep.
Jake Stringer was shown the door pretty quickly out of Essendon. They reckon he's just shown the light and he's performing well into even training standards and everything. Maybe the Giants is like the Melbourne Storm of the NRL to the AFL, that you're out of the limelight. You work your ass off and you have a bit of fun.
Are the Giants now just going, right, who's messing up?
Yeah, who's going?
Yes.
They're just monitoring this
Who do
Bailey
we need to
Smith
get
situation.
out?
Correct.
Going, if this thing goes pear-shaped, we are all over this
So the
kid.
document about the AFL monitoring Bailey Smith very closely, it was actually just released by
Giants.
Jacob Garner. What's he?
Jacob Gaynor. He's just left.
He's going to
Just
Tassie.
left. I
Tassie
saw that.
poached him.
Massive get. I love that for Tassie.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
Tassie's going to do this sort of shit, I'm in.
Bailey, you can do whatever the you want in Parramatta.
Yeah.
Tassie has very much got the everybody's second team vibe, doesn't it?
Yeah, until they get good.
No, I disagree too. When they all of a sudden they've got every single handout in the world given to them, and West
Yeah,
Coast is
less
still
than
on the ball.
GWS and GWS though.
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay, so
so
Giants.
I don't mind it.
Are they going up?
Yeah, they're going.
Are they leveling off?
No, they're certainly not going down. I just was thinking, why didn't they have a go at Marshall? And I know Marshall was kept.
Yeah.
But why didn't they have a crack at Marshall?
Yeah, well, they could have given pick 12 for him and just said, stuff it. We need a gun.
Yeah.
Like, Briggsy's fine, but Marshall's
No,
better.
he's not.
Marshall's better.
Yeah.
And Hogan had a really bad year with injury, so like there's a bit of
There's
length.
some upside there.
Another year in Cadman.
Cadman,
that's
we
true.
really like Cadman.
And Callahan. Those two are just going to get better, right? And Aaliyah, they kept Aaliyah.
And my man. Oh, Aaliyah, mark my words, will be. I was going to say something really stupid.
An All-Australian.
What is it?
I was going to say something.
Squad?
Well, it was about this time last year we said Mac Andrew would win a Coleman. So
No,
it's
I've got
this time.
Yeah,
better than
he
Ali
played
Reid.
back.
We still got time.
What happened when he went forward for that little minute? He actually won them the game. No, leave me out of it, but he's going to be a very good player.
Okay.
Yeah, leave me out of anything stupid.
3-time
But not
All-Australian, he
All-Australian
said.
squad member.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to Hawthorn. Who arrived? No one. Literally, it says nil. Like null.
No.
HJC. Null.
He's there.
No,
He's
mate.
swapped.
Null's in
played
the
for
NBA.
No, play. If you don't know what we're talking about, the actual sports bet had Null as SGA. It was Null.
I got a couple of texts about this.
Yeah, that was great.
I got another one. Yeah, you could bet on the Rockets or the Thunder game. And they
Yeah,
had all
so
the player
Durant was
props.
listed.
Yeah, it was Holmgren, Eamon Thompson, Kevin Durant, then Null. And he was, for 3+ blocks, he was paying $8.75.
Oh, no, I got him for points. I
Oh,
was on Null for points. I think it was $1.90 for 30 or
He's a
something.
Jill Sport athlete.
that was absolutely brilliant.
So Hawthorn assigned him as Category B then if he's come from basketball.
Yes, well, they've arrived nil, not null.
No, nil. Just
CJ's gone, Jai Sarong, James Warple. The big thing was they missed out on Merritt, obviously. Bruce retired, Frost delisted. Seamus Mitchell is probably the one I thought, no, I kind of like Seamus Mitchell. 5 years he was on the list.
Yeah.
Hard to believe.
Enough.
And Jasper Scaife, who I don't think any of us have
CJ,
he's a West Perth kid.
Oh, yes.
Mature
yes.
mid-season pickup.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
CJ, I thought the ceiling was going to be higher on him. He played... He was sub so many. The numbers out.
He gets a crack now.
Yeah, I think he'll be pretty good.
He
was horrible over here in the West against Freo. He was absolutely awful and got dropped after it. So that sort of.
So Warple out, no Merritt in.
Yeah.
Who fills the midfield? Is it our man, the pencil?
I think Warden McKenzie.
Okay.
Warden McKenzie and Will Day.
So where does the pencil go from here? He was a hot topic in the trade period.
Well, I think too that like Essendon, I imagine, asked for when players were mentioned.
McKenzie. And they kept saying, hey, have you seen Henry Huswaite?
No, I think they might have gone above that.
Clipped up.
They might have offered him, this person, a big deal yesterday.
Oh, really? Oh, Weddle.
Yeah. If you love Merritt so much, give us Weddle.
Dragon Hawthorn clipped up all the times that I talked about Harry Huswaite and sent that to the Henry Huswaite, sorry.
Yes.
And sent that to the Bombers.
I think so.
Hey, this show loves him.
I just wonder if Essendon had said, this is our final thing, it is no to Zach Merritt after 3 days, whether Hawthorn would have got someone else in. Like, I'll guess.
This is again why you got to shop early.
So Sam Mitchell said,
don't play games.
End of last year, the year before I couldn't see us in the grand final. This year I could see our team being in the grand final and being comfortable. I just think that midfield is just a concern. I don't see that midfield in the grand final.
That conversation just reminded me, I very nearly had a Hamish Davis moment with Josh Ward in grand final week. I was talking to him for 10 minutes.
Well, at least Josh Ward's played 50 or 60
talking to him for 10
games.
minutes and I was like, this bloke looks familiar. And then just as he started to say a couple of things and I was like, oh, this is Josh Ward.
What were the couple of things?
Oh, I just mentioned a couple of things about the Hawks and then it all started to sort of come together.
What were you doing talking to him?
Oh, it was just at a party,
At a party.
Who says party?
At a party. What party were you
It was
at?
a party, mate. It was actually with your man, Tommy Seckle.
Oh, the big sexy.
Yeah, and he was
The Hemisphere party.
No, not Hemisphere anymore, mate.
Oh yes, sorry, he's with corporate sports. So you were at a corporate sports party.
It's at a corporate sports function.
Yes.
Right, in Melbourne.
Yes.
And Josh Ward was there.
Yes.
Right.
He's on that list, isn't he?
Good.
No. You just outed him.
He certainly was. I reckon he would have come over with the big sexy.
Do you reckon it actually was Josh Ward?
Yeah,
no, he definitely was.
Or do you reckon Nick just thinks it was Josh Ward?
Maybe.
No, it was. It was.
It was at the end of the day.
Went out with me mate Big Sexy the other night.
Oh, yeah?
Last weekend, it might have been. And played golf at Karen up on the Friday.
Oh, very nice.
Oof.
I've never seen a man open up his lunch order with a VB stubby and a bottle of Chardonnay. That is a combination I didn't expect.
A lunch of champions. Okay, so Hawthorn, do we think they go up? Do we think they go down? Do we think they stay?
Stay.
Yeah, it's been uninspiring.
Yeah.
Stay.
No, I'm flat with the situation.
How many times is Mitch going to have coffee and not end up with the player? Is that going to be a thing now?
Did you have coffee with Merritt at any stage?
Yeah, on prelim final day.
He definitely caught up with him.
Right. Yeah, so that's
caught up with him.
Oh, I don't know.
He's catching up with these people.
He nails a few.
Tommy Barris is that the one?
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah.
That's about it though. I
don't know. Josh Battle. I mean, what do you want in 2 years?
All Australian Josh Battle.
All Australian.
Yeah, okay. All Australian Battle who finished 7th in their best and fairest.
Okay. Melbourne Demons. Busy. Yeah. Who arrived? Max Heath, CJ, Brody Mychek, and Jack Steele. A really odd collection. Who left? Judd McVie, Clayton Oliver, Christian Petrarca, and Charlie Spargo. They got picks 7 and 8, then it drops to 37. D-listings, Jack Billings. Dream is over.
Yeah.
Jack Billings is the one. He played some monster games for St Kilda back in the day,
Yeah.
out of the blue.
Yeah.
And then it'd be like,
Super talented.
Pick before Bont.
Yeah.
It's always going to be his thing. Kynan Brown, Tom Fullerton, Marty Hoare, Oliver Seston, Will Verrill, and Taj Woden, who I also thought had something. Okay, so clearly
But they're picks. They're all picks. Are they the ones with 2 every year?
7 and 8.
But I know Carlton have 2 every year now.
Yeah, I think so.
2017, Carlton, round 8. Jack Billings, 30 disposals, 5 goals.
Wow.
Harley Bennell areas.
Yeah.
Like, that year he had 30s everywhere, 30s the year after.
So they recruited some professional football players.
No,
Jack Steele, Brody Mychek. Those guys are going to play every week.
They're plugging gaps. They are going to be shit, and they're going to fall off the cliff.
No, but they're rebuilding. They just got some guys to
tip my hat to them.
Yeah.
Good job for Stephen King.
Great job.
Get in, clean out the shit.
But even, and make it clear day one, Clary, we don't want you.
Yeah.
I reckon that day that all those meetings dropped, how nervous do you reckon all the other Melbourne players would be?
No, because I reckon they probably go, we've got good
chat.
quality in everyone, but we just need to, and I'm not saying that the others don't have good quality, but they've been there forever.
Yeah.
You need fresh faces, you need fresh leaders.
And clear the locker room out.
Yeah, young kids need different leaders to aspire to.
In that locker room, you had the Clary stuff and you had the Petrarca stuff.
Yeah.
Now they don't have either of those things. Do you think in the interview process...
have a forward.
Yeah. Do you think in the interview process, they asked Kingy, what are you going to do about Clary? What would you do about Clary? And he said,
100%.
day one, I'm going to meet him and tell him to f*** off.
100%. 100%.
And they would have gone, oh, jeez, okay.
And then he's going to tell Mitch Cleary to f*** off.
And what would you do?
Mitch Cleary's going to tell someone else to f*** off.
And then he's going to tell Tom Morris to f*** off.
Yeah,
But that was off the other
he's been very busy, Clary.
I hope Clary, he's going to be a 7.5 out of 10 compared to what he has been, I would have thought.
Yeah,
but his 7.5 as a third banana in that midfield still going to be pretty good. Melbourne are going to fall off the cliff.
Yeah, I agree. North Melbourne, Charlie Spargo arrived, and Finbar Maley left. They have first pick is pick 25 because remember they traded it to Richmond.
For what?
I
was going to say White Claw.
Whitlock.
We need to audit Whitlock this year coming, I reckon.
Definitely.
Now, this year coming, you need to see where he's at.
Now, these guys have a lot of guys who over the years we have liked at some stage. Miller Bergman. I always liked Miller Bergman.
I think
Eddie Ford.
Yeah, we like Ford. Is Eddie Ford on the list?
Geordie Payne.
No, leave me out Geordie.
Will Phillips.
That's a big cut.
Pick 3.
Bryn Teakle. Darcy Tucker's gone as well.
Yeah.
And
I think Darcy Tucker, his last ever game of footy, I'm going to actually do a bit of research on this.
Will Phillips. Right. Will Phillips is a bummer.
Yes. Are there recruiters who picked Will Phillips still there? Or was that same draft?
He was just in that bad draft.
Yeah, and he was in the team with Rowell and Anderson, and he was kind of the next in that team, in the under 18s, I think.
Unfortunately for Darcy Tucker, his final game of football, 156th game of AFL, was a loss to Port Adelaide. He played 69%, and he did not register a kick, mark, handball, disposal.
He just saw himself out after that.
And he was tagging...
Oh, yeah.
Kind of Rosie from memory.
That's right.
He may have had a big day.
That's right. That was when his papers were...
That was when they got stamped. That was the stamping.
So they did nothing, essentially, North, and they have nothing coming in draft-wise.
So two things.
Other than
they
Charlie
said Simpkin.
Spargo.
They just said no to
kept
letting
Simpkin and
go.
Charlie Spargo came in.
I think the best thing for North is Simpkin thinks he's an inside midfielder. North are now saying, you are not that.
You are not.
He puts his hand up and says, well, I want out. I'm off. I'm an inside midfielder. And 16 other clubs said, no, thank you. And the 17th said, we'll give you a second rounder. I think he goes back with not his tail between his legs.
A little bit. A little bit.
And then guess you're going to have a bloody good wingman. You're going to go, okay, maybe this is where I'm at.
Yep.
I'm a wing and I'm going to be good at it.
I liked how he approached it too. I liked his sort of message after it where he was just like, I had a shit year. I wanted to change. It didn't
really
happen.
enjoy footy
That's
at the
okay.
moment.
I'll come back. Like,
yeah.
it's not
and I think, again, he can run. He can work hard. I like it, and I like him on the wing. And I think that now he's got that bit of feedback externally in the competition. I think he'd be a bloody good wingman.
There's a bit of buzz about North that they might bounce. I don't see it.
No, I don't see it.
Mate, I've been bouncing them for years.
You've been waiting for him to bounce. I don't see it yet.
Mickey Barlow's progressed, has he?
Mick Barlow, midfield coach.
He's getting there. He's getting there.
Not sure I would have jumped into midfield coach though, Mick.
Well, the other one's development.
Could be time to jump in.
No, but development. You've still got the kids.
Yeah, but what if they don't develop?
Actually, no. Good time to get off. There's no more first round draft.
No more kids coming in. Get out. Port Adelaide. Okay, who arrived? Will Brodie, Corey Durden, and Jacob Ware. Who left? No one except for the guys they did listed. And there's a few in this one too. Yeah. Rory Atkins, the Rat. He's gone.
The Rat.
Travis Boak obviously retired. Ryan Burton delisted.
Ryan Burton's delisted. I missed that.
Really handsome.
But also, mate, a lot of gloss on him at Hawthorn when he was
I
there.
loved Ryan Burton. I was all in on Ryan.
Whatever happened?
Nice kick. He got a couple of injuries.
Yeah, I know how old he had maybe a hamstring.
Jeremy Finlayson
28.
delisted. Hugh Jackson. Remember Hugh Jackson had that couple of weeks where he looked really good.
Oh, yeah.
And he's gone already. Jed McEntee.
Judd McEntee? Is it Jed?
No, it's Jed. Rioli's retired as well. And Dylan Williams, our man, Dill Will. Remember he had that month?
Yeah.
Sad.
28-year-old is Ryan Burton. Does he pop up on a rookie list somewhere?
Maybe.
There's a lot of those guys this year.
There's a lot of guys this year who you think, are they done?
If Freo rookied him as an extra half-back.
I don't hate it.
Yeah. Just something.
I don't hate a bit of
Bring him in to
insurance
train
policy.
over summer.
Yeah. Their first pick is pick 49. There's nothing coming into Port this year. I mean, unless you really rate Brody, Durden, or Ware.
There might be a lot coming in next year, though.
Yeah, I reckon this is a big regression year.
Doug Cochran next year.
Well, I think Zach Butters.
And
That's what I'm talking about.
That'll be an interesting one.
Tell you what, that midfield, though, if Cochran keeps doing what he's doing, the Hornet, Butters, and
Jesus, if he can keep it.
yeah.
But it's going to be the same thing as always. They're going to have five really good players.
Mate, AFL Sixers, they're the best in town.
Bring back AFL X.
Do we all think, now the only hope there is Josh Carr, new coach Buzz, although he has been there.
He's been there. He's not really new.
He's been there. I feel like this is a big regression team next year. Like we could be seeing a bottom 5 team.
Yeah.
Well, where'd they finish?
No, I'm with you there.
I think they say.
Where did they finish?
Around mid-table.
You know,
no, they were the next. They were that next tier of like.
But there was daylight between it all, though.
Yes.
They were done in like.
They were the
20.
top of the shit tier.
They were cooked really early. Okay, so Richmond, who arrived? Patrick Reshko.
Yeah, man.
Reshko. Tyler Young left. They've picked 3 and 4, then 38. Their delistings included Jacob Bauer, Jacob Blight, which was a big shock, Mate Kalina, Jacob Kajitsky, and Camden McIntosh as well.
Kajitsky was the ex-Hawthorn?
One of the great blokes. Kajitsky was there. Jacob Blight, I'm surprised about. He showed a bit.
Yeah, I thought so.
I thought he was at least as a key depth guy.
He's youngish, isn't he?
They did nothing. Richmond.
No, kids, top end draft.
Well, they got 3 and 4.
That's their hallmark for this year. So there was a few clubs who just decided to sit this one out. North Melbourne, Port Adelaide, Collingwood.
When you say bottom 5
Richmond,
for Port, they finished bottom.
They just went,
6.
you know what? We're happy with everything that we have. We're going to take a couple more kids. We're good. I don't mind that for Richmond.
Yeah, I know, but this is our problem with Richmond the entire year. We're just like, yep, this is right. There's nothing else to talk about.
Blight's 24 next season. They scored 50 points. Remember I did that little video where the last 10 rounds, they scored 100 against West Coast and the next best was like 56 and there was 20s in there. They're going to get pumped again next year. Yep. I think that's going to happen. But you're going to sit there and you're going to be excited to see
Lawler
pick 3, 4, Houghton. Smiley
hasn't played.
You're going to have all those players come through. Yeah, you can cop 10-goal losses, but if a kid shows you 3 or 4 things...
Big Jonty Fall.
Yeah.
And who's the back? The backman, the key back who played all year? Luke Trainer.
I thought you were going to say Noah Bolter.
No, he missed some games. I'm not sure if you
the afternoon game
on top of that one.
Daytime Bolter.
Has the siren gone? Jeez, Richmond's hard.
Richmond hard, but I'm excited. I'm genuinely excited about all those kids coming in.
But they're going to stay down the
Yeah.
You giving them a pass for these kids? We haven't seen anything.
Sam Lawler.
We saw a bit.
Saw his cock.
Yeah.
I need to see a lot more than just one dick. Okay? I need to see lots of them.
Can you imagine the number 1 draft pick in the competition? Thursday night, the first game of the year, Richmond not meant to win a game of football for the entire season. He runs in and kicks in a massive important goal and his cock falls out on TV.
You just never could have seen that coming.
Did not have that
All of those elements.
Oh, mate, the odds of that.
And then he gets an undie sponsorship.
Oh, if you multied that up, I'll tell you what, the Tap Touch multi, out.
It would have been already paying $15 for Richmond to win.
Yeah.
And then
the cock slip was 100 to 1.
Name your own price.
Yeah. Can they have your market for next year's number 1 pick?
Okay. St Kilda, who arrived? Jack Silvani, Tom DeConey, Sam Flanders, Liam Ryan, not Lecalier. Who left? Jack Steele, Max Heath. Their first pick is pick 50 because they just went, let's get players, no picks. They got rid of Harry Boyd, Zane Cordy, Zach Jones, Angus McLennan, and Jimmy Webster. And my man, pull one out for Ari Schoenmaker.
Yeah.
There's got to be stuff going on
the cannon.
Yeah,
he slid down the draft order significantly. Got banished to Sandringham in a pre-season.
Anytime he'd play, they'd send him straight back. Yeah, it's a shame.
This is the most St Kilda thing. This trade period, not but the rest of them. It's like are they allergic to going down and just drafting kids?
I'm not a big fan of St Kilda, what they did.
No.
I think it looked flashy.
Did it?
But because there was a lot happening.
Yeah.
It's like, we're getting this guy and this guy and this guy. And it was like, but if you look at them all individually, it's like, was it the cheerleader effect? Remember how there's
if
you look at each one individually, not that impressive.
What movie's that off? When you scope in.
I think it was How I Met Your Mother. It was a TV show. You've got to look specifically at each one. And I think in this case, it's like, okay, Silvani, solid defender.
People over East. And people hate when you say
they pumped him.
They pump him.
They see a different version of him than over here.
I like Silvani. He's fine, but he's
average.
Yes.
Yeah,
Tom De Koning, we're yet to see the best version of
1.7 needs to be a superstar.
Flanders is.
I'm a Flanders.
Yeah,
fan.
I like Flanders in there.
Like 35 touches a game.
Yeah,
he's a good runner. You don't see that enough out of him.
And Liam Ryan is on the last legs.
Yeah,
he hasn't fired a shot in a few years. We love flying Ryan, and maybe in a
we love flying.
He's younger than you think.
He's 28.
He should just sit there and go, "I'm going to take Mark of the Year and try and win a car."
He probably will.
But they don't do. They don't do the car.
No, they give you better. They give you cash.
It's better than a car.
Cash
like
now.
round the world tickets or something.
What did they have in the year that
a million frequent flyer points or something?
Nick Natanui won it and got like a year's supply of Weet-Bix or something.
Weet-Bix, yeah, and they got taxed on it.
Okay, so. Firstly, two things. One, do we think that this gives them they're going to have to finish higher?
Yeah, surely.
They can't finish lower.
They don't finish higher because of that. They finish higher because of like Nazire and those guys stay, I think.
Can they play finals? Will they play finals?
No.
Still don't have them in finals?
No.
I can see them finishing 9th.
No.
I can see them playing finals. I can see them scraping in.
Okay. No, not
they
based on last year.
Did a few years
ago. There was 8 really good teams last year and Sydney didn't even make it.
That's the difference.
And the Bulldogs didn't even make it.
Yeah.
They're going to have to leapfrog all of them.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, I just don't see it.
I love it when Rynne thinks about this.
I know.
Yeah, you're right.
And then he just gets brought right back down. You watch St Kilda make the finals and he goes, I said it.
Yeah. Cut that up, Josh. Cut that up.
Yeah, so then you guys bring me around on my correct opinions.
The Leclerc thing? Gross?
Yeah, gross. I think he would have. I would have rathered him than Silvani.
That was a gross.
Agreed. Yeah.
Gross. I mean, maybe there's more details we're not aware of, but it felt gross.
Yeah, it
felt
real
bad
gross.
Look.
Felt sorry for him.
Sydney. Here we go. Charlie Curnow arrived. Jai Sarong and Malcolm Roses, who left Will Hayward, Ollie Florent, Jack Buller. Their first pick is 31. Doesn't matter. They got a good academy kid come through.
Max King.
Gone is Robbie
he might
Fox.
still be teens.
Robbie Fox delisted. Aaron Francis. Indy Kirk. Blake Leidler. Caleb Mitchell. Blake Leidler?
No, Indy Kirk. That's Brett Kirk's kid.
Caleb Mitchell and Ben Patton. So they didn't lose a lot in that space. Robbie Fox is a soldier.
A couple of those players might pop up somewhere, I reckon.
Yeah. Maybe. And, Will Hayward and Florent were they were the ones that had to go.
I would sacrifice Will Hayward
okay, so it's a big question. Does this put Sydney back in the premiership conversation?
Curnow does, but more, to be more specific, it's specific. That certainly does. But Chad Warner needs to go to another level.
Yeah.
Earl Goulden needs to play a full season at a higher level.
Yes.
And Heaney needs to play midfield more often and not have to chop out down
Can you
forward.
imagine how...
It certainly lifts them up. Tom Papley needs to go back to that All-Australian type player.
Yep.
Yes, Curnow certainly helps. We love that. Yep, love.
Yeah. The other guys don't have to be a star.
The other guys need to go from a 7.5 back to their 8s and 9s where they are.
I'm just imagining pre-season training, Charlie Curnow leading up to Warner and Goulden when he's used to
Yeah,
imagine Charlie
6 out of 10
from
kicks.
Errol just on the
just every time.
What was that? He'll almost hit him in the face, I reckon.
He'll have a bruised chest.
He won't be expecting it.
No, he won't. But
he'll be like, okay, I'm going to lead to this, and it's going to go slowly over my head.
And I'll have to,
I'm going to have to turn back around,
come around,
and he'll just get hit in the face, just like 3 times in a row. Whoa, what's that? So the premiership market is Brisbane are $5 favourites, as they should be. Then it's Geelong and Hawthorn at 8s, Gold Coast at 9. And Sydney at 10. Now, Sydney were 15 before the Curnow trade went through. I know that because I got on before the Curnow.
So what was that?
Curnow they were 15 before the trade
who
went through.
did the theory on air? It was my financial advice.
Was it?
Yeah, back him and cash out.
Well, there you go. So do we think that's the right order? Brisbane, Geelong and Hawthorn second on line.
Geelong.
Gold Coast, then Sydney.
It's hard to say against Geelong because they keep making it. But I would have them a bit further back.
I tell you what, I feel pretty good about Sydney. I feel like the one thing they've missed.
Do you want to know a little couple of things about Charlie Curnow? And I wondered how he'd go on a small ground. So I've done a little bit of research.
How does he go on the SCG?
Played 6 games there.
Yeah.
He hasn't won a game.
Oh, that's not good.
And he averages less than 2 goals.
Playing for Carlton, though.
Yeah.
Small ground.
But again, that's the flower bags and stuff like that don't really help you on that ground.
Sydney know how to play it too, so he's playing for the team that plays it well.
Yeah, fickle.
So
but he's a player that likes space and jumping, and you don't get a lot of space there.
Yeah, but he likes that because it's harder to get the ball for him.
Yeah,
all right, the West Coast Eagles. Brandon Starcevich arrived. Tyler Young arrived. Devin Robertson will arrive. Oscar Allen, Campbell Chesser, Liam Ryan are the exits. Picks 1, 2, 13, 34, and then a bunch of other stuff. Jaden Hunt retired. Jeremy McGovern retired. Dom Sheed retired. Cal Jamison, Lockie Rawlinson, and Jack Petruccelli are also gone. The picks are great. Get them in. Fantastic. Let's see if they hold them. We hope they will. Are they any better than last year?
Yes.
Why?
Because they've just got some hard, warm bodies.
Yeah, no, I'm just, again, it's similar to what I said to Richmond. Get that 1-2, and I'm excited to see. Look, going to the footy, are they going to win any more games than they did this year? Maybe,
sure,
maybe not. But maybe not. Who knows? But driving to the ground, I'm going to be excited to see the pick 1 play.
Yeah.
Dersma. It'd be Dersma, won't it?
Dersma, you'd think
Probably.
Dersma.
It'd be Dersma. So I'm excited to see him play. I'm excited to see a fit Harley Reid play.
And Harley Reid might come back fat.
Pick 2, well, hope not. Yeah, pick 2, whoever they take, or I hope they take pick 2. And I know it's that rough.
No, but there's another kid. This Sullivan Roby's now in the mix.
Whoever it is, like
he looks good, doesn't he?
There's
Yeah,
excitement.
I thought he would be faster.
So read the players again. The ones that got delisted, just the back end of a couple there, like
Locke Rawlinson, Jack Petruccelli, Cal Jamison.
Give me the pick 2 to watch, and I'm excited.
And the defence now with Young and Starcevich, it's starting to feel a little more solid.
Yeah. Well, it's no more solid than it was with McGovern and Barras and those
Oh
guys.
no, but it was. But this year,
Yeah, the ball's going to be down there a lot. No, Young's handy.
Yeah.
So I looked at his games. Basically, Richmond played him every game they could. The only games they didn't play him was when he had his ACL.
Yeah.
As soon as they picked him mid-season, he played every game.
Did that coincide with Noel
maybe.
Probably.
He didn't play after 6.
Western Bulldogs, Connor Butterick arrived. Jamari Uguhagan left. Jeez, what a flattening ending that is. Pick 14 is their first pick. They were pretty low busy. Taylor Duray, Jason Johannesson is delisted yesterday. Liam Jones delisted. Caleb Poulter delisted. Anthony Scott delisted. So a lot of the sort of fringe guys.
Yeah, the rotators.
And really just Butterick came in. So how do we expect them to jump out of their skin and improve?
Sam Darcy.
Darcy goes up one more level or just does what he did start of the year all year?
And without his broken leg, remember he did that.
And Bont helps him pick up those games that he missed early.
Yeah.
If he plays the full year.
Trelaw plays,
depth. A year older, but plays.
Just depth, though.
If Norton can hold the back end form.
Norton was bloody
Show
good.
that
Norton was good.
I don't think you can expect any more from
No,
Norton.
no, that's
No,
capacity.
but that's what I mean. That back end, if he can hold that.
I would have loved to have seen them get a defender.
I think they would have liked to see them get a defender.
Why didn't they have a crack at Aaliyah?
Because they were busy having a crack at Callum Wilkie.
Yeah, no.
They missed on that and they should have pivoted. As soon as Kilda f***ed up, they should have gone, all right, well, mate, let's have a look at this kid.
Yeah, no, I agree. Aaliyah, I think, again, we're going to sit around. I'm going to wear my Aaliyah jumper in next year. I'm all for it.
You
but,
are,
the Dogs.
Rashy. Is it going to be a Rashy?
Well, I think we might have moved that on.
Oh.
Ish.
Hold on a minute.
Ish.
Hold on a minute.
Oh, wow, we've had an exit.
Sold out.
Ish.
Oh,
You've seen the new
they've
story
been
on
bought
his
out by
head
a
of the house.
Speedo or something like that.
Budgie.
Oh, look out.
That's why. That's what funded the new car.
Early investors, yes.
No, nothing to
like
it.
that. Sports nuts is
Yeah, here we go.
upgraded.
Are we done?
We're done. We need to move on.
All right.
Yeah.
This has been the Hardball Gets AFL show. We'll see you back here again tomorrow for the final mailbag of the season. Catch you then.